Welcome to the Get Fit Guys quick and dirty tips to get moving and shape up. My name is Brock Armstrong, and I'm the Get Fit Guy. Whether it's because one of you has moved across the country or because there's a global pandemic keeping you apart, well, you may miss getting your sweat on with your friends and your fellow fitness enthusiasts. And while we all have access to a never-ending supply of online, virtual, and otherwise impersonal workouts, it's just not the same without your friends, right? Well, that's where video or audio conference technology comes in. Even if we're on the opposite sides of the planet, we're still able to connect virtually using apps like Skype, Zoom, FaceTime, Hangouts, Meet, Team, GoToMeeting, Connect, and the list goes on and on and on. And yes, I know, many of us already spend too many hours on those platforms for work, but that's all the more reason to use them to enhance our physical health and our mental well-being, rather than just as a way for your boss to make sure you're being productive and not playing Quasi cupcakes all day. Am I right? Now, a scientific study published in the International Journal of Stress Management attempted to determine if the stress-reducing benefits of exercise are improved by exercising with others rather than alone. And in this study, the participants exercised on a laboratory stationary bike for 30 minutes at a moderate intensity, either alone or with another person. A series of ANOVA procedures, which is an analysis of variance, revealed that participants generally felt more energetic, calm, and less tired after any type of exercise, alone or with someone else. But when exercising with someone else, the participants reported more calmness, but also more tiredness. And the explanation the researchers came up with for the more tiredness factor was that there was a competitive aspect introduced when another person was present during exercise, which led the participants to work out harder. So, more calmness and a better workout. I mean, sign me up, right? Now, another study from 2016 found that among older Japanese adults, although exercising alone and exercising with others both seem to have health benefits, increased frequency of exercise with others has important health benefits regardless of the total frequency of exercise. So you may be asking yourself now, okay, how does exercising virtually with friends fit into all of this? Well, I couldn't find any studies on whether or not exercising with a friend via a virtual portal conveys the same benefits as exercising with them in person, but I think it's safe to say that having your friends online to inspire and motivate you won't cause you any harm. So, with all of that in mind, here are some examples of how I, a certified group fitness leader, think you can use these productivity platforms to make working out more fun and sociable. And my first idea is to play Virtual Simon Says. Now, when I was leading a group of fitness classes back in the early 2000s, one of my favorite workout games to play was to get a group of clients together in a park or a field and play a game of Fitness Simon Says. And this is how we did it. So everyone in the group was assigned a number. Then, starting with person number 1, we'd cycle through the entire group for a specific amount of time, usually for 20 or 30 minutes. So then, when it's your turn, you shout out something like 20 walking lunges per side, or 40 jumping jacks, or, if you want to be really unpopular, 20 burpees. And then, of course, everyone else would have to do that. Now, the only rule is that there are no repeats. If someone takes your exercise idea, you have to think of another one quickly. And you know what? It is amazing how fast time flies when you're doing an exercise, listening for the next one, and trying to think about something to shout out that hasn't already been taken. And here's a quick tip. Mix it up. If you're the next one in the game of Virtual Simon Says, try choosing an arm exercise if you're currently doing a leg-focused one. And if you're doing something very aerobic, well, then add something more strength-focused. And you can easily adapt Fitness Simon Says to a virtual setting. Try it at home in your living room with cameras turned on so you can actually see each other and laugh at, I mean, laugh with, of course, each other. And if you prefer to exercise outside, well, you can try this one on just a conference call with your cameras turned off, but with headphones on. It can really be a fun and energetic boost. And my next idea is to play virtual coach tag. Now, to mix things up in my group fitness classes, sometimes I would tag another member to lead the workout. They would come up with the workout, they'd write it out, and allow me to distribute it to the rest of the group a day or so before the workout. That way, everyone could be mentally prepared. It also gave participants time to come up with exercise variations suited to their abilities. And this one is also pretty easy to adapt to a virtual fitness group. Let's say you have a group that decided to meet for an online workout on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Now, after the workout on Tuesday, as a group, you decide who's going to be the coach for Saturday's workout. That person then has a few days to build their workout, send it out via email or text to all the participants. Then on Saturday, that person demonstrates the exercises on video and leads the group through their perhaps kind of grueling workout. The fun part is that everyone has their favorite exercises, which may or may not be your favorite exercises. And this means you will get pushed outside of your comfort zone and build some fitness that you may not have gotten on your own. And here's a quick tip. If you have been tagged as the next coach, try to build a workout that is different than the one you did last session. Also, think of ways to incorporate arms, legs, core, flexibility, and balance into your workout. And remember, I've seen a few people lose some friends by making their workout a little too challenging, so keep in mind that what comes around goes around, right? And here's another idea for a virtual workout together. Walk or run together. A few times per month, my fitness group would get together and simply go for a run or a walk. The distance, the pace, and the terrain would vary, but we would all do it together and enjoy each other's company as we logged our steps and kilometers. Now, some weeks we would run hill intervals, and others we'd go for just a long, slow jog, or we would all go for a conversation-filled brisk walk. And this is undoubtedly the easiest fitness activity to switch to virtual. All you need is a mobile phone and a set of headphones or earbuds with a microphone. And although you could just hold on to your phone, if you want to maintain great walking or running form, as I discussed with biomechanist Katie Bowman in a past episode, having your hands free can really help. Also, for this one, you will need a good long-distance cell phone plan or an unlimited data plan, since there's unlikely to be uninterrupted Wi-Fi for your entire adventure. But as long as you have that, it doesn't even matter if you keep talking the entire time. Just knowing someone is there on the line might be enough to keep you motivated, and it can also help you share a laugh as the hill repeats get harder or your legs start to feel heavier. And here's a quick tip. If you went for a flat virtual walk last week, choose a hilly or more challenging texture to walk on this week. All right. If you're looking for some inspiration or you're unsure how to do an exercise, make sure to check out my YouTube channel for help. You can find that at brockarmstrong.com/YouTube. And if you don't find what you're looking for, feel free to shoot me an email or leave me a voicemail message, and you can find links to that over in the show notes for this episode over at getfitguy.quickanddirtytips.com. And lastly, don't be afraid to mix things up. After all, variety is the spice of life, but it is also the recipe for overall good fitness. Thanks for listening, everybody, and make sure to tune in next week because I have a special guest coming on the podcast to talk about how illness and fitness work together. It's going to be a good one. Now, Get Fit Guy is written, narrated, and produced by me, Brock Armstrong, with editorial support from Karen Hertzberg. Our marketing manager for podcasts here at Quick and Dirty Tips is Morgan Ratner. Our manager of podcast operations is Michelle Margulis. Our assistant manager for podcasts is Emily Miller. And our vice president is Kathy Doyle. If you enjoy this podcast, I think you'll like my other podcast called Change Academy. I've teamed up with Monica Reinagel, the nutrition diva here on Quick and Dirty Tips, to create a podcast all about lifestyle and habit change. I think you'll really enjoy it, and you can find it at changeacademypodcast.com. Now, what are you waiting for? Get out there and exercise with your friends virtually.